More Latino faces in federal court. A new study shows Hispanics make up the largest number of criminal offenders sentenced. Most were likely to be non-citizens, and almost half of the crimes were immigration-related. The study attributed the change in part to a crackdown on illegal immigration. So let's talk more about this with John Amaya. He's the founder of the Mexican-American Legal Defense and Education Fund. Good to see you, John. So if this is likely a result of a crackdown on immigration laws, what is it about this that most troubles you or worries you?
Well, thanks for having me on. And just for a bit of clarification, I'm not the founder. The organization's been around for 41 years. I'm just an attorney for MALDEF.
Okay, thank you.
But having said that, I think what's really troubling is that the report really highlights two fundamental things. One, how broken our immigration system is. When we're talking about 72% of the increase in Hispanic offenders are attributed to non-citizens. And number two, the thing that it really highlights is how misdirected and misguided federal enforcement has been over the years when we're focusing our energies on the least dangerous offenders in the country and disregarding public corruption, white-collar crime, weapons crime.
But isn't this a facet of a commitment, whether it be from the last administration or what many are hoping to hear? You know, President Obama be real clear on where he is on immigration. We heard during the last administration great debate about strengthening immigration laws and cracking down on such. Do you believe this is a remnant of the last administration and we're seeing kind of a delayed response of that promise to crack down on immigration?
Well, I think it's very clear that what we're seeing is attributable to the last administration. The fugitive operation teams that were funded starting in 2003 at $9 million, by FY08, they were funded at over $200 million. And the quotas were increased for these strategic teams to arrest undocumented immigrants at 125 per year. And that quota went up for these agents to 1,000 per year. So it's very clear that this is completely and directly attributed to this so-called deportation-only process and policies that were embraced by the Bush administration.
But if there is a net devised to crack down or to make arrests, to identify illegal residents or people who are illegal in this country, and once they are identified and then there is a system in place in which to prosecute them, what is the problem with that?
Well, I think the problem, number one, is that we're talking about the immigration system, not a criminal justice system. And the two should be completely separate and apart from each other. Right now, we criminalize an entire system which people come in here into this country.
But isn't immigration a federal... It's a federal issue.
Immigration is a federal issue, but being here in the United States unlawfully is a civil violation, not a criminal violation. Yet they're processed as if they were criminal detainees. And that's completely, and it's
so
totally troubling.
Your preference would be, from this point forward, what?
Well, our preference would be that you first of all, change the culture in the Department of Homeland Security. And that has to come from the top down. And we believe the Obama administration understands that you cannot criminalize people for committing a civil violation. We don't incarcerate people just for committing a traffic violation. We certainly shouldn't be incarcerating people just for being here impermissibly.
Okay. John Amaya, thanks so much. Appreciate it. We're out of time, but appreciate your input. Appreciate it.
Thank you.